Thanks for tuning in. My name is Christian, and I work on the on-call scheduler here at TimeWesp. It's a tool meant to save on-call managers a lot of time while making the on-call engineers happier and feeling that the scheduling is much more fair. It solves on-call scheduling once and for all and avoids anybody having to spend a bunch of manual time maintaining it. I've spent about 15, 20 years working on call or leading on-call teams. And I know on-call work is just hard. It's nerve-wracking. You're waiting for that next incident to come. And when an incident comes, it's always something unpredictable that you usually never worked through before. There's so many things that are difficult about on-call work and so many companies working to solve those problems. However, one aspect of on-call work that I always felt we should just be able to fix once and for all is the scheduling of when you work on call. Hence the on-call scheduler. It solves that problem. It solves all the common scheduling challenges around vacation, leaves, military, parental, health leaves, people leaving the team or people joining the team, who should work on Christmas, who should work on New Year's, or whatever holidays are important for your team, personal birthdays, anniversaries, how to account for those, how to make the scheduling fair over time. Some of you today use just the scheduling available in PagerDuty, OpsGenie, Grafana On-Call, or any of the other alerting systems out there. These systems have very bare bones scheduling. I think you'll agree with me. Most of them have just a list of the order in which people work. And when problems like somebody leaves the team shows up, then they just remove that person and everybody else shifts moves up. They just very bare bones. Some teams have found this too painful and they've moved on to the next step, which is typically a spreadsheet, which somebody manually has to run around and maintain, talking to people about their vacations and preferences and such, and then try to update the schedule manually every few months. On-call scheduler is the next level scheduling solution. The person who's responsible for the schedule and the on-call engineers typically don't have to spend more than 5 minutes every 3 months inserting their preferences and updating who is on the team. Simple things like that. And then on-call scheduler has a simple set of rules that allocates shifts to everybody and makes sure it's fair and that people have control. The key to this is a mechanism in the on-call scheduler, which is kind of a credit-based mini market economy. Every shift gets a credit value. And when you get signed up to work a shift, you get that credit value. When somebody else is signed up to work a shift, they get those credits from everybody else on the rotation. If there's a particular date that you would like to prefer not work on call, then you can bid a couple of credits extra to avoid that date. It could be Christmas or it could be your wedding anniversary. And then the person who ends up working that shift gets those extra credits that you bid to avoid the shift. And there are a lot of features and capabilities related to this. You can select shifts for yourself that you would prefer to work. I won't go through all of them. It's really easy to try out. Just go to oncallscheduler.com, log in, and you'll be able to create the test rotation to click around in an experiment in 2 minutes. I'll just talk through one example scenario out of all the ones that I mentioned and how on-call scheduler solves that one. So I'll pick the one of when somebody leaves the team, because it's a common pain point. If you use PagerDuty or OpsGenie, with just a list of the order in which people are on call, and then somebody leaves the team and 3 of these shifts open up, right? Those systems just move everybody else up. It shifts everybody's schedule by a week or a couple of weeks, and it scrambles the whole thing, right? If you have a manually maintained spreadsheet for your schedule today, then somebody leaves the team. The person who does that manual maintenance has to run around and essentially recreate the schedule to make sure it works for these open shifts again. On-call scheduler handles this very differently. When somebody leaves the team, you remove them from the rotation. couple of shifts open up, Oncall Scheduler starts an auction. It sends out an email and it says, hey, for unexpected reasons, these shifts have opened up and we need to fill them. They are now worth 50% more credits than they usually would be. And it waits 3 days and then raises the price. New email, it's now 75% more credits. And so forth until somebody ends up thinking, oh my gosh, that's a great deal. If I take this one shift that might at the time be worth 100% more credits, twice as many credits as you get for a normal shift. If I take this one shift, that means I'll be working in total one shift less than I otherwise would have, because I can get twice the credits for the one shift. So I'm going to take it. It's a great deal. Wow, I'm a winner. I got this great deal. Compare that to the situation most teams today that don't use the on-call scheduler when somebody leaves the team. Is that a happy situation? Is there somebody who ends up feeling like a winner as an outcome? I don't think so. The manager feels bad about having to go around and ask for volunteers or people to take over the shift. And then the first 3 people who say no feel bad for maybe not helping the team enough. The 4th person who says yes might feel like, am I a sucker here? Am I like not setting boundaries? And it's just a bad situation. But with the on-call scheduler, somebody feels like they get a good, fair deal. So that's just an example, the example of somebody leaving the team. But there's similar processes in the on-call scheduler for handling vacations and making sure who works on a holiday is fair. And as I said, easy to try out. On-call scheduler syncs the schedules it creates into your alerting system. It could be PagerDuty or Opsgenie or Grafana OnCall, or there's also a REST API to sync into custom alerting systems if you have a custom one inside of your company. It sends meeting invites and cancellations to all the on-call engineers, so there's never any confusion about who is supposed to work when. All the schedules in all the various tools and in people's calendars will be in sync and showing the same schedule. So that's it. Give it a try. Go log on and create a test rotation today. And if you find anything that you have questions about or any thoughts, we'd love the feedback. And I'm available at christian@timewest.com. Thank you.